Hello, Intactivists. Today we have lots of news. We have Bloodstained Men, Cockfight USA, Intaction updates on Trish Casi, another mystery person in the Intactivist community we haven't yet covered, and much more coming up. Sometimes in Intactivism, no news is news. Cockfight hasn't posted an update in over 3 months, and it seems that no one can get a hold of Brett Johnson. His latest event was created October 8th. This was Saturday 28th. They did go to this, but this is the last time you've heard of Cockfight on X or Facebook. They did repost this from Bloodstained Men, but this was from November 21st. So all in all, it's been about 3 months since we've heard anything from Cockfight. So if anybody knows anything about Cockfight, please let us know down in the comments. In Intaction news, they got covered in the New Hampshire Bulletin. It covers their new bills around circumcision. If you scroll down here, it talks about the House bills 1296 and 1683. And it shares with us that if this does end up passing legislation in New Hampshire, about $90,500 for elective circumcisions that would no longer be covered under the bill if Intaction has its way, which means that about a little under half of the newborn circumcisions would no longer be covered. I'm very interested in the other half and how that is needed, because it does say that they spent $213,000 for the procedures. So that's interesting. I wonder why it's only half and not more. I don't know. Hopefully one of you guys can go answer that. But hey, you know what? This is a win if we can get this bill passed. At least half the babies will have a little bit harder chance of getting circumcised. Keep in mind, this is just saying that you can still do it, you just gotta pay out of your own pocket. A new film that is about to hit theaters near you, made by Jesse Conweiler. The film is called Just the Tip. You can go ahead and check out the trailer. This right here up top is the trailer. I'm not gonna play it for you guys, but what I will do is I will pause this and I will read the description. It says, as a female filmmaker, the topic of male circumcision is not something Jessie ever thought she'd be interested in, and as a Jew, she just assumed she would circumcise her child if she had a boy, but then she fell in love with a goy, a guy who is not Jewish, and the issue came up. Circumcision of male babies in a ritual called a bris is an important tradition for many Jews who see it as a connection to past generations. It literally marks the entering of the covenant of the Jewish people, but Jesse's boyfriend did not see it as a foregone conclusion that they would do it. That's the issue at the heart of Just the Tip, a new provocative comedy from Reboot Studios and comedian Jesse that takes on the controversial topic. The film explores the question of how important it is to keep up this sacred tradition. Can you be a good Jew and also keep your foreskin? What are the disadvantages of remaining intact? How do you navigate this process with your partner, family, and community? So that's the movie that's coming out. I know some Intactivists are excited for this. You can even go check out the comments. Not a whole lot, but I just feel like we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. I don't know if it's going to be pro-intact or not. This could be beneficial for Intactivism. It could not be. I don't know. All right, and moving on, Trish Casi is doing a whole lot of books, not just one book. And we've definitely done a lot of investigations on her, and we're learning quite a bit. The day after I released that video about Trish Casi, she did update her Intact art book, GoFundMe. If you go down here, January 17th, 2024, she said that she hoped to receive 300 surveys from intact men in order to have a well-rounded view of life with foreskin. However, Most European men didn't understand the big deal and why we needed to talk about foreskin, since staying intact is the norm outside of the US. Most of their answers were flippant, and many were frankly useless. So she kept begging on social media for intact men to take the survey, especially intact American men. So she couldn't reach her 300 survey responses that she wants, but she's going to move forward anyways. And then if you continue reading this, she essentially says that, hey, I have a whole lot of things going on in my life, lots of trauma, things holding me back. You guys can read all of this if you want, if you just go to the Intact Art Book GoFundMe. But that's essentially what's going on right now, is that she's moving forward with the book, but she's just having a rough time with her life and also with some people. Another book that Trish Casi is doing is The Foreskin Fairy. This was supposed to be at a AAP convention. She said that the AAP denied her booth rental the next morning. And she said that on Thursday, so far so good. But however, I'm not sure. There's nothing here that explains what's going on with that. But I'm assuming it didn't happen. But once again, if you guys know anything about this convention, let me know if she actually got a booth or not. But the book's not finished yet. So this is the Foreskin Fairy book for parents, doctors, and hospitals. She wants to raise $11,214 for this book. You can go ahead and see some stuff here. The book will be 44 pages, 8.5 by 11 inches, in full color on gloss pages. Now, that seems a bit expensive, $11,000 for a book like this. This is also intended for 6 to 12-year-olds. Another version will be a picture book for 2 to 5-year-olds, but that is not included in this fundraiser. The printing and distribution costs are via quote from BookBaby and includes the printing of an initial 100 hardbound books for handing out at events, as well as distribution on over 100 platforms where books are sold. So this is what the budget includes right here. Artwork, editor, pre-production, ISBNs, etc., $4,000. Printing and distribution, $3,600. Literary agent for 3 months, $3,600. Traveling for events and book signings, $5,000. All right, and once again, Trish updated this as well. This is a whole new different update. Essentially, this is where her computer dies and her hard drive just stopped working, and she's taken it to a bunch of different computer shops to look at it and saying that's going to cost her anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000. So the Foreskin Fairy work is now halted. I have my opinions on this, but I'm just going to keep that to myself for right now. But anyways, hopefully she can go get this hard drive fixed, and she will update us when she hears back about how bad the damage really is, if it's salvageable or if everything is lost. So hopefully everything is not lost. Here, you can go ahead to trishcasi.com Foreskin Fairy, and you can go ahead and see this was supposed to be published June 2022. However, as you heard, her laptop issues happened, so that's what's going on with that. A lot of this is already covered with the GoFundMe, but here is a book sample if you guys want to go ahead and read it. It's 22 pages out of the 44. If you guys do go ahead and read this, she said that by viewing this sample, you are agreeing to the following: not to copy, screenshot, distribute, etc. This sample will answer the questionnaire after viewing the sample. So that means if you guys do view it, you have to answer this questionnaire. I will rate this as 5 because I am bad at art, and it was pretty good. That was my rating because I did see it and I thought it was pretty good, pretty excellent. So I answered the questionnaire for you there, Trish. Hopefully you watch POTS so you can get my feedback. Oh, you want my honest feedback? Well, one, it was 22 pages and this was going to be 44, so this is half the book. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Better than what I could do. So heck yeah. Kind of expensive though, $11,000, but hey, you know what? Whatever. I feel like most books, actually I've done some research, most books to publish only cost like $2,000. But hey, you know what? I don't know. But yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good though. All right, and there is another movie star in the Intactivist space, Francelle Wax. She is making The American Secret, The Circumcision Agenda. She has 621 backers that pledged over $60,000 to bring this project to life. This last update was June 21st, 2018. I don't know why no Intactivists are demanding answers. Like, you guys gave her $60K and no updates? Okay. I did some digging on Francelle Wax, and it turns out that she's been doing this since 2013, which means that she has been trying to get this film out for about 11 years, over a decade for this film. I don't know. Brendan Murata, how long does it take for a film to come out? Is it over a decade? Please, somebody ask a filmmaker how long it takes for a movie to come out. Also, even Brother K is pretty hyped, though, for this movie to come out. As you can see in this post, he's a part of it. And speaking of Bloodstained Men, they have a Super Bowl protest fundraiser that ended. They did not reach their $5,000 goal. However, they have a new one open right now, which is the billboard for Las Vegas Super Bowl. Right now, they need $6,250. They've raised $437. They have 22 days left. However, Bloodstained Men are now doing a GoFundMe. Is this a new tactic for the Bloodstained Men doing GoFundMes? Because I don't know, maybe they seen Potts talking about all these people doing GoFundMes, and now they're like, ooh, we should do a GoFundMe. I don't know. Maybe they got inspired by watching me. Anyways, yes, they are about maybe 10% of their goal on GoFundMe. And in Intaction news, Intaction had a GoFundMe for the Infant Circumcision Informed Consent Data Project, which is fully funded and has recently been updated. This is by Matthew Goodwin, December 27th, 2023. After a few days and substantial editing, we are proud to announce the manuscript has formally been submitted to the Journal of Medical Ethics. It may take up to 60 days to get a response from the journal about whether they will accept it. There is also the peer review process that will add more time before official publication. We will continue to provide updates as things progress. This is a major milestone, and we continue to be thankful for the support that has got us here. So good job, guys. You guys got this money in, and they got the journal to the medical ethics. So let's go see what happens with that. And on to more Intaction news. Intaction raised a little bit more, it seems, with $12,219. They are a measly $2,800 away from their goal now for them to go and stop 6 women in Maine that are obsessed with cutting penises. If you guys want to go ahead and help Anthony LaSquadro and Intaction, you guys can go ahead and complete this GoFundMe. Also, a very interesting thing that I've noticed is when you type in Intact America, Pleasure is Our Power movement is still rising up. I've reached out to Marilyn Milos on this issue. I don't know if Pleasure is Our Power movement by Cis Society, if they are affiliated with Intact America or not. I have no idea. All right, and on to Intactivism Growth for the week. Brought to you by Bloodstained Men, because they are indeed gaining a lead in the polls for this. Here they had 5,658 followers. And now, currently, they have 5,788 followers. That means that the Bloodstained Men gained 130 followers, which is an astounding 2.3% gain in a week. That is very impressive. Hype train for Bloodstained Men. Give it up for them. Oh my goodness, that is a massive gain in just 1 week for a following. That is awesome. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. And if you have any news tips, please join our Discord and let me know them. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!